now at 4, cloudy skies for your Wednesday. Meteorologist Brittany Ward is breaking down how long they'll stick around. Plus, a Silver Spring apartment unit now condemned after reports of rodents and roaches. The response from Montgomery County to the concerning issues. Then, a new variant of the flu spreading quickly abroad, now in the U.S.
I think there's new strains every year. You take the shot to help prevent it.
The risk of infection and how effective the current flu shot is at fighting the new strain.
The need for food is higher than ever this holiday season. Now, area food banks are lending a helping hand.
And the end of the year is quickly approaching, and you don't want your unused PTO going to waste. We're stretching your dollar with deals on last-minute trips.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now here at 4. I'm Annalisa Gale. Mark Hall has the evening off. We start with a look at your forecast on this Wednesday. Let's turn over now to meteorologist Brittany Ward, in for meteorologist David Matson. And Brittany, nice way to shape up the lunch hour with some dry time there.
Yeah, you know, we finally saw those drier conditions this afternoon. The good news is it's going to stick around as we head into your Wednesday evening. However, we are going to be holding on to overcast skies tonight. That's going to linger into our Thursday. So let's actually head outside right now. It looks like we are starting to see some peaks of sunshine right before sunset. Sunset today will be at 4:51, but those clouds are going to be hanging out through the rest of the day today. Temperatures across the area still fairly cool. We're sitting at 48 degrees right now in DC, as well as Lexington Park. You head back off to the west, Orange, you're sitting at 50 degrees right now, 51 as you head over there to Culpeper. Back off to the north and west, we are slightly cooler. Hagerstown coming in at 42 degrees right now. 43 is the current temperature there in Martinsburg, West Virginia. So again, not a bad start to our Wednesday evening. Satellite and radar kind of showing you the wider view. Again, we have overcast skies. That's what we're holding on to, with some peaks of sunshine across the area. There goes that storm system. That's what brought us the rain last night into early this morning, well offshore. Notice as you look towards the west, we're going to be tracking more dry time as we head into your Thursday. However, rain will be making a return as we end out the work week. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that and what to expect, Annalisa, coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you. And update now this evening to a story we brought you Tuesday. People living in a Silver Spring apartment building facing some terrible conditions, and now the county is responding. Video here shows a resident's cat playing with one of the rats she said was living inside the Arrive apartments. People living there say from roaches to rats. It's an ongoing issue that property owners have turned a blind eye to. Now the office of the Montgomery County Council president is responding, saying they have been deeply involved with that situation at Arrive and are working with code enforcement there. Meantime, the Montgomery County Department of Housing and Community Affairs also responding, saying, quote, "We encourage any county resident experiencing pest and rodent infestations or other housing code violations to call 311 and code enforcement will respond." They also say they have now condemned one of the apartment units. Also turning now to Northern Virginia, where lawmakers are cracking down on human trafficking at businesses like spas and massage parlors. Fairfax County leaders say the new rules have been in the works for several years, and just last night they became official after a vote from the Board of Supervisors. DC News Now's Randy Bass joining us live in Fairfax County with those new details. And Randy, this will impact everything from advertising to what's inside those businesses.
Yes, advocacy groups believe there are dozens of these so-called illicit massage businesses known as IMBs across Fairfax County alone, even more of them across the rest of Northern Virginia, each one of them potentially creating a hotspot for prostitution and human trafficking.
Here in Fairfax County, Reset 180 has identified 169 suspected illicit massage businesses.
Esther Daniel is the executive director of Reset 180, an organization that helps victims of human trafficking in Northern Virginia. She was one of several people testifying Tuesday at a hearing on an ordinance targeting illicit massage businesses in Fairfax County.
Women in these businesses are forced to perform sexual acts 6 to 10 times a day or more.
Daniel says many victims of trafficking at these businesses are recruited from China, Korea, and Vietnam under the guise of legitimate work. Some of the businesses considered illicit may control entry or lock doors to keep the activity under wraps and keep police out. Under the new ordinance, some small businesses will be allowed to keep their doors locked during sessions. Massage therapist Casey White says that's important.
We have heard stories within our community of clients who have had trauma and PTSD, and the only reason they feel safe is a door can be locked so nobody can enter during their session.
Under the new ordinance, sleeping quarters at massage businesses aren't allowed. It's also illegal to use sexually suggestive advertising. The county now requires a background check or history of any past violations in other states or jurisdictions. County Supervisor Pat Harity says he hopes it sends a strong message to traffickers operating illicit spas.
You're no longer welcome here. What we're trying to do is create a non-permissive environment for the illicit massage businesses that operate in plain sight without impacting our legitimate massage businesses, which are an important part of our community.
Although the new ordinance takes effect right away today, new licensing laws don't take effect until January. At that time, businesses will be subject to stricter background checks before they're allowed to operate. In Fairfax County, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Also new today, a Montgomery County man pleaded guilty to making threats against more than 24 Jewish organizations. Court documents show Cliff Cephalus mailed threats to at least 5 Jewish organizations in D.C., 3 in Northern Virginia, 4 in Montgomery County, and 2 in Hagerstown. He also sent threats to Jewish organizations in Philadelphia and 1 outside of Boston, according to police. Now, the Jewish organizations includes a synagogue, museums, community centers, schools, nonprofits, and a deli. Documents show he threatened to destroy buildings and hurt people. He's scheduled to be sentenced on March 16, then faces up to 168 years in jail. Also an update this afternoon, a student charged with bringing a loaded gun to school in Maryland. Prince George's County Police say this happened at Charles Herbert Flowers High School on Tuesday around 9 a.m. They claim the 15-year-old student walked past school security and ran up a set of stairs where he left that gun. The student then ran off but was later found and arrested. Also developing now, the Senate formally approving a bill this morning to force the Jeffrey Epstein files to be released. Now, that bill heads to President Trump's desk for approval. The bill calls for the files to be released within 30 days and allows for redactions about the victims or ongoing investigations, but not information due to embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity. Epstein, who was a convicted sex offender, died by suicide back in 2019. Looking ahead, many restaurants in D.C. won't have outdoor seating by the end of the month. It's because D.C. has a new permanent streetery program with more restrictions and higher costs. D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg has the latest.
The landscape of D.C. is quickly changing with the demolition of popular streeteries here on 14th Street and across town.
To me, they're taking away a lot of the culture, the vibe.
Tables and chairs are stacked with nowhere to go, and parking spaces resurfacing where the streeteries once stood.
I don't have a problem with them being there. Parking shouldn't be here. People should not drive. They should take alternate means of transportation. They should bike, they should scooter.
While down on 14th Street in Logan Circle, a lot of those streeteries are being removed. Here in Mount Pleasant, some business owners are keeping them, but it's coming at a cost.
In our case, that's going to come out to like $4,500, $4,600 per year.
Daniel Quiros, who owns Mark's Cafe, says he's going to keep it for a year and then reevaluate. But not every restaurant can afford the $260 permit plus $20 per square foot.
If it would be our case, we're going to be losing like 25-30% on revenues. We have to let some people go.
With the increased fees also comes new restrictions.
It has to be open. You cannot have a roof. You have to have a concrete barrier. you have to level the floor.
Quiroz says that's not good for business when there's bad weather.
We are paying more, and if it's a rainy day or if it's a really sunny day, we're not gonna get people outside.
People who use these spaces worry about the longer-term impact.
Creatives and venue owners need to thrive, and taking away our restaurants and performance venues is just continuing to kill the culture of the city. And it's like, can we just hold on to something?
DDOT and DPW are helping remove debris from demolished streeteries. The temporary streetery program expires November 30th. In Northwest, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, and continuing now in the district, we're going to turn over to our Mariel Carbone here. But first, we want to talk about Metro. New today, officials in Arlington and Falls Church have endorsed $460 million in regional funding to support Metro. That's according to ARLnow.com. The DMV Moves proposal involves capital project funding for Metro Rail and the Better Bus Network, but officials say more funding is needed to meet demand. And in the district, Thanksgiving is just over a week away, and area food banks are preparing for a higher than average need this holiday season. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone is live at Bread for the City in Northwest DC. There, Mariel, what are they seeing in terms of the need?
Well, Annalisa, they are certainly working around the clock here at Bread for the City. They are expecting to assist more than 17,000 households during their holiday helpings initiative. That is the most they've ever done, and they're not alone. Bag after bag, fruits, vegetables, and a turkey too.
This is always our busiest week of the month, the week right before Thanksgiving.
And this year, it's no exception at Bread for the City. In fact, it's busier than normal.
And this year is a different year than we've ever seen before. We saw folks who were furloughed until recently. Not everybody has gotten their paychecks yet.
Tracy Collins is the director of food and clothing programs and says this year the food bank expects to serve more than 17,000 families during its holiday helpings initiative, the most it's ever served.
That's an incredible amount of people.
It's the same at Martha's Table.
Since January, we've seen about a 47% increase in the number of folks who are coming to this market.
The nonprofit delivered 1,000 turkeys to families last week and will host a Harvest Fest Thanksgiving dinner for another 1,000 people this weekend.
We really are trying to meet the moment that folks are experiencing. We know there have been job cuts and losses in the community that are having a real and meaningful impact. We know it's important to reach people where they're at.
DC's Department of Health is encouraging families to lean on available services as needed.
We know that access to healthy food is essential.
And would you like a lime?
Ensuring no one goes hungry this holiday season.
We saw a lot of kind of turmoil happening this year in 2025, and we really hold on to the fact that we are still here. We are still the same Bread for the City, despite what's happening in the world around us.
And Bread for the City will be offering those holiday helpings, Thanksgiving meal kits through Tuesday, November 25th. So if you need to pick one of those up, you can just stop by one of their locations between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Reporting live in Northwest, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.